My name is Rowena. This video is about your tenancy rights. I will be speaking English. This information is accurate as of 2024, specific to Coffs Harbour, provided by Mid-Coast Tenants Advice and Advocacy Service. A tenant or a renter is somebody who pays rent to another person, known as a landlord, in exchange for living in their property. Tenants in New South Wales are protected by law, and all tenants and landlords have rights and responsibilities. Tenants are entitled to a written tenancy agreement, also known as a lease. It is important that you read and understand this document. Your lease will tell you what you have to do during your tenancy. Make sure that you understand how long the lease will be. For example, a lease might be for 6 or 12 months. Your lease will also tell you how much rent you need to pay and when. Generally, it is due every week or fortnight. It is important that you comply with your obligations. As a tenant, you also have the right to ask for repairs. This means if something is broken in the house and it's not your fault, then the landlord has to fix it. This might be where your oven stops working or a tap is leaking. You should tell your landlord straight away if something is broken or not working properly. Always do this in writing and keep a copy. However, if you damage the property, you will have to pay for it. Like everyone, tenants should have a disaster plan so you are prepared in case of an emergency like a bushfire or a flood. If there are things that make the home unsafe, especially in a natural disaster like a damaged roof or outdoor taps that don't work, you should report this to the landlord or real estate agent straight away. If you are not sure whose responsibility something is, you should get some advice from the Tenants Advice and Advocacy Service. This is the phone number to contact them: 02 6583 9866. There is a body called the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal. It's like a court, but not as formal. They can resolve disputes between landlords and tenants and do things like tell the landlords to do repairs. You should get some free help from the Tenants Advice and Advocacy Service before you go to the tribunal. Sometimes a landlord may ask a tenant to leave. We might refer to this as a termination of the tenancy or eviction. Termination notices have to be in writing and give the correct amount of notice required by law. The landlord cannot remove you from the property themselves. Unless you choose to leave, they need to apply to the tribunal to end your tenancy. If you receive a termination notice, you should get some advice before you decide what to do. As a tenant, remember to read your agreement, know your rights, get free help from the Tenants Advice and Advocacy Service if you need it, and record everything in writing. There are tenant resources and information along with contact details for all the Tenant Advice and Advocacy Services in New South Wales at www.tenants.org.au. If you live in the Coffs Harbour area, please contact our legal team in Port Macquarie if you have any questions on 02 6583 9866. If you live further north, contact Northern Rivers Tenants Advice and Advocacy Service. They can be contacted on 02 6621 1022 or 1800 649 135. Thank you.